State Forest Road. Travel at your own risk. The road is open to public travel by licensed motor vehicles. Hello there. So we was over at Raystown and we had some roads that we were looking at on the Raystown Purple Lizard map that showed as dirt. And apparently from the time Purple Lizard had mapped it until now, those roads have been paved. So we made a trip over to Rowthrock and we are going to travel back to a motorized campsite. Dave is gonna guide two of the trails here, and we're gonna call it a day then. So we're here in Rowthrock, Martin Road. It's your typical gravel forest road. If you watched my other video where Dave, Tom, and I and my son head out and I do the water crossing with my son, that is very near here. The streams are pretty full, so we're gonna give that a go.
Yeah, we're up to the running board.
It's raining. Got blue sky and rain, and that always means a rainbow. Don't know if we'll actually get to see one or not. There we go. I was zoomed in a little bit. Don't know if we'll actually get to see the rainbow or not, but we got blue skies and rain. So that video I mentioned was one of those Pennsylvania Forest Adventure how-to videos, and I've since started a semi-series called Go Get Out, Moods of Overland. Yep, don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just excited to be in the forest. I've been in the forest for 2 whole days. I'm pretty excited about that. Inspired. Go Get Out. Moods of Overland inspired. And of course, here I am out on a Go Get Out with Moods of Overland. Early on, my take on Onyx was not good. It was a decent app for blue dot followers, but it didn't have the information that was needed to successfully navigate our forest without worry of being in the wrong spot. Oh man. Well, let's reverse. Hey, that's snow again. And see what's over here. Let me wind my window down so we can get a clearer view of it.
Or gap and then come back through.
And I hit the wrong button. I wanted to zoom in on that. So we got snow. Almost ice balls, really. Pennsylvania weather. If you don't like it, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. So this is the Rocky Ridge natural area, and you can see my favorite thing in the world. Big, gigantic rocks. Love it. So we'll be back, Frew Road. we will be back. If you've never been in this part of Rothrock, it's very interesting area to be. It's Standing Stone Trail goes through here. You got the Rocky Ridge Natural Area. You have the Hawk Watch up on top of Ellensville Road, which in my previous video we went back to there. So if you're new to the channel or haven't seen all my videos and this one just happened to pop up, please do go check them out. As always, I appreciate the likes and I really enjoy comments. I enjoy talking about the forest, and any questions, any comments, constructive criticism, I'm all for it. I enjoy it. I'll talk to you about it. I will answer your comments, your questions. So if you have any, ask them. Said Rowthrock is definitely more green than Sproul. Got some pretty colored leaves yet. Still really hoping for some wildflowers, but they're being elusive yet. I thought, no, that's just some leaves. This is Site 7 is a motorized campsite. If you've heard me say before, if you're a regular, but you have to reserve them, Reserve America. Just out the road is Greenwood Furnace State Park. If you've ever stayed at Greenwood Furnace State Park or any state park, the way you reserve state park campground sites, you also reserve the motorized campsites in the forest. And Greenwood Furnace State Park is a very popular campground. You are going to need to reserve well in advance, especially for peak season, holidays, and the fall, because a lot of people come here in the fall for the Keller show. And as you can look around at the trees, it's a pretty good one. But my point being is, if you stay at Site 7, you get all the privacy of a forest site. Remember, or if you don't know, forest sites have zero amenities. You're getting a fire ring and a picnic table, possibly a level spot to put a camper. When we check out the site, I will tell a little story about that. Rothrock has done a lot of improvements to their motorized campsites since they went to a fee. So all you gotta do is drive out a couple forest roads. They're on Onyx. If you have the Purple Lizard map, it's very easy to see. It's pretty direct. You come out to the end of Frew Road, you get on this Martin Road, and then you get on Turkey something road, and you're right over to Greenwood Furnace State Park. You can kayak, swim, take a shower, use the restroom. They usually have a concession stand that sells ice cream and stuff. I don't know when they open and if they have anybody for that this year, but you can easily check that out on the DCNR websites. And all state parks and forests also have their own individual Facebook page, and obviously you have the ability to email or use Messenger or make a phone call and find out. I really enjoy Motorized Campsite 7. It's one of my favorites. It's worth the trip. It's going to be a good site regardless of what your needs are for it. It's not a scenic site because it's literally just a spur off of the road, but it's just a short hike up to the top of the Rocky Ridge Natural Area in order for you to get your scenic vista, all the cool rocks to climb. If we don't take a hike up to it, which I doubt because Dave is low on time to get back to home, I will post some pictures towards the end of the rocks that are up there. Yeah, it's a great place. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop this here, and when we get back to Frew Road, I'll turn us back on. So we went out to the end of Martin Road, and now we're headed to Frew Road. There's a camp at the entrance to it, so you'll know what to look for so you don't miss it. Kind of like a little triangle in the road off of Martin Road. Nice stream runs sort of along the road and across the road from the campsite, so it is somewhere you cool get water or cool off, although it's more of a seasonal stream, meaning if there's no water to run off or a storm, it might not have any water in it. So most people on YouTube that are following Central PA creators know Day Hike Dave and Walter Zolna. If you don't, you should, because Walter puts on a great production, probably some of the best YouTube videos, well, I won't say probably, the best YouTube videos of Pennsylvania you're going to find. I'm not sure if Mascom Outdoors has been out here or not. There's a possibility. Another great content creator, and you often see all three of them together. But Walter and Dave have been out here. Day Hike Dave has been out here numerous times. I'm not sure that either of them have camped at the campsite, although I know it's on Walter's list, and I believe Dave has talked about it. So if you want to see a good production video of this area, watch them two guys. They get up on the ridge for sure and show you what's going on. Day Hike Dave has a few different videos there with some great songs. He's always got great original songs on his videos. And I believe I even received a postcard from him from this area. So yeah, watch them if you want something more than a wandering and a rambling. But I hope you're enjoying this too. Everything is greening up here. Another little seasonal runoff. This is a pretty good place to come and do some off-trail navigating. Notice there's the blaze for the Standing Stone Trail. The two blazes mean it's a place to turn. If we can get zoomed in here. Rocky Ridge, Standing Stone Trail, the orange blaze. It's a long distance hiking trail. There's lots and lots and lots of YouTube videos about that. Plenty of other Pennsylvania creators, small YouTube channels, have been on various parts of that. Another one that you probably all will know, the Wandering Woodsman, Cliff. He's been on the Standing Stone Trail quite often with Day Hike Dave, Walter, and Ryan from Mountains into Memories. I highly doubt that you're going to find my channel without already knowing about their channels, but if you want some great content, watch them. They all do an awesome job with their style, and they are definitely much more into the editing and production of videos than a lot of people are. They do a great job. You can learn a lot from watching their videos, both as a YouTube creator and as a Pennsylvania forest adventurer. Great stuff from them. Driving on back here. This is a pretty loose gravel road, so you know you do run the risk of your tires picking up rocks and throwing them at your paint. The road's plenty wide enough. There's no dangerous sections to this road. It's pretty normal. Way up there, you can see some of the Rocky Ridge stuff. Not sure if I can zoom in on it or not. You'll recognize that from the Day Hike Day video for sure. If you've seen them. Dave went over to a parking area for the Standing Stone Trail, and I almost drove past him. This is a pretty popular area with hikers, but they're into the forest and on a trail, so you'll often see their vehicles, but you won't often see them. If you are a backpacker, an overnight trail hiker, there's some pretty spectacular campsites up on that ridge too that you'll see in those videos I mentioned, and I've been there personally with my son. We spent 7 days here, camped out. That's how long you're allowed to stay at one site in a state forest, and we walked all over this place checking out all the cool things. But he was only a youngin' then, probably like 6, and he's a trooper. He was all over the place, but it was hard to get a longer distance in, so we often had to go back to camp and start over in a new direction each time. But yeah, this is a great area. So we're at the campsite. I am not going to continue down to the parking area.
I'll drive on up there and check it out.
Roger. I'm going to get out and show you the stream and walk up to the campsite. There's the blue sky, so I'm going to leave my window down in hopes that it doesn't rain on it. But so there's a campsite. You can see that it's pretty far from the road. You can kind of see Dave's brake light. Here's the stream I made mention of right here, where you could come down and get some water and cool off. See a little bit of waterfalls. Beautiful stream. You can cross here, go up over there, and you'll catch the connector trail to the Standing Stone, or you can walk all the way down this road and you'll see the trail that goes up. But that up there is the Rocky Ridge Natural Area. We'll take a walk up in here to the campsite. Okay, I'll be here. Site set, permit required. That's now a reservation. QR code, the number, the Rothrock State Forest, the phone number, and their email address. So, all kinds of good information. Sid. So, pretty far from the road. We brought our camper here, and as is typical of our camping trips, especially with the camper because it's an added stress, we arrived in the dark, in the rain, at this campsite, having never been here, only knowing that it was here and that it was somewhere we wanted to check out. So we head out, we come on down here, and these improvements that you'll see weren't done yet. There was no picnic table here, and the fire ring was not great. Or maybe, no, there was a picnic table here, I'm sorry. But anyways, we arrive in the dark. My wife wanted to put the camper up at the back of the site, and it was mud. And as you can see, it kind of slopes down. So I'm back here trying to set the camper up, only to realize, because it's dark, can't see anything, that right there is the level camper pad. Now this one did have the picnic table and this fire ring. So there hasn't been any improvements to this site since then. I'm sure once the picnic table gets a little worse for wear, they will bring a new picnic table. Site 3 is probably the one that they did as far as campers go, travel trailers, whatever you want to call them. They made spur pad at it and took care of the mud, because that site 3 was a muddy one too. But yeah, this is a great site. It's quiet. It's away from everything. You can see people It's not what I meant. People can see from the road that you're here, and they won't come up here. The road's far enough away. It's down there. You will hear vehicles go down. It's a dead-end road. They're only coming down to either turn around and leave or to park and then hike the Standing Stone Trail. Like I said, we were here for 7 days. I bet you we saw 4 people that whole entire time. All right, so thanks for coming along. It's been a great weekend for me, hanging out with Dave and Bill and Sharon, the usual suspects. Getting the invite from Dave is always appreciated, and hanging out with him, running forest roads and doing stuff with Onyx. It's a great time. And I hope to catch you at the edge of the forest.